Hello, kindergarten, first and second grade. This is Mrs. Trinitza with your next library lesson. We're going to continue talking about story elements. We're going to review story elements, and then we are going to focus on the plot, the beginning, middle, and end of a story. Because, of course, that's very important too in understanding what you're reading. Because if you think about it, if you started a story at the end or in the middle of the book, it wouldn't make much sense, would it? You have to start at the beginning to get the whole thing for it to make sense. Okay, so your learning intention is I can identify elements of a story, and success is that I can work with my class to complete a drawing of the events of a story, beginning, middle, and end. Okay, so last week, if you remember, I introduced story elements and we watched a video that was based on the movie The Wizard of Oz. And if you remember, we talked about there were the characters, the setting, the plot, which is the beginning, middle, and end, the events of the story. There's the problem in the story, and then there's the solution in the story. Well, Miss T is going to show you another video to help you review the story elements. And the gentleman in this video uses his hand. He uses his thumb, then he uses his index finger or pointer finger, then the finger in the middle, then his ring finger, and then his pinky. And each finger would represent one of the story elements. So if you were to go read a story after the lesson, then it would be easy for you to remember the story elements by looking at your fingers and thinking of what each finger stands for, what element each one is. So let's take a listen.
Story Elements by Briar Mackenzie. In all fiction books, there are story elements. Story elements help us to understand what we are reading. We're going to learn about 5 different story elements. Let's call these our story elements 5. As in our hand, 5 fingers, 5 elements. Each finger will stand for a different story element. 5 of them. Number 1, the thumb will stand for the characters. There's main characters and supporting characters. There can be more than one. These characters are the people in the story. They can be animals, people, or even things. A man, a turkey, a boy, a girl, or a ghost. Number 2, the index finger will be the setting. The setting is when and where the story takes place. There can be more than one setting in a story, such as outside, inside, the store, the airplane, summer. Number 3, the next finger will represent the events in the story. The beginning, the middle, and the end. Events from the beginning, events from the middle, and events from the end of the story. Our ring finger will be the problem in the story. The problem is when something goes wrong in the story. There can be more than one problem in a story. It can be a big problem or a small problem. And number 5, the pinky finger will be for the solution. The solution is how the problem is fixed or solved in the story. Remember the story element 5, characters, setting, events, beginning, middle, end, problem, and solution. So next time you're reading a book, a fiction book, Use your hand to help you recall the features and elements of the story. The story element 5. It will help you better understand what you've read. The end.
Okay, good job, guys. So, this will help you when you're reading a story or when you're talking about story elements, or you might be talking about it with your teacher. It'll help you remember the 5 story elements. Your thumb will help you remember characters. Your pointer finger or index finger will help you remember the setting, and remember that could be it's when and where. The finger next to that, the one in the middle, will remind you of the plot, beginning, middle, and end, the events of the story, which is what we're going to focus on today. Then the finger next to that is your ring finger, and that's the finger where you can remember that all stories have a problem. And then your pinky finger, you can remember that all stories have a solution to the problem. And always remember that story elements are for fiction stories. They are for make-believe stories. It will not be in a nonfiction, which we'll learn about later, which is about real things. So your story elements are only going to be in stories which are fiction or fake make believe. Okay, good job, guys. So, review of story elements. So, story elements organize the parts of a story and can help students understand the story better. You are going to work with story events or the plot, beginning, middle, and end. We will fill out the organizer and all together here on the video, and then you will draw some pictures for me if you are able to. Okay, so we're going to listen to the 3 Billy Goats Gruff. And some of you may have heard the story before. You might have heard it like a different version of it by another author. But what we'll do is we'll listen to this story, and then we are going to fill out our graphic organizer, our story map, and we are going to fill out the beginning, the middle, and the end. And then Miss T will let you know about what I would like for you to do after that, after the lesson is over. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a listen to the story, The 3 Billy Goats Gruff.
Ladybird First Favourite Tales, The 3 Billy Goats Gruff. Once upon a time, there were 3 billy goats. Gruff, 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 who said, "This grass isn't good enough. We need to look for pastures new, where the grass is sweet and delicious to chew." Off they trotted till they came to a river, where they saw, across the water, a meadow green, with the sweetest grass they had ever seen. The goats longed to cross the bridge, but a wicked old troll lived underneath, with horrible claws and terrible teeth, and he gobbled up anyone trying to cross. "I'm the boss." Soon the littlest billy goat Gruff said, "I'm off across the bridge to eat that sweet grass." And he trotted off with a trip-trap, trip-trap across the wooden planks. The wicked old troll sharpened his claws and gnashed his teeth, and "I'm hungry." Up he popped with a monstrous growl. "Who's that trip-trapping over my bridge?" "It's only me," said the littlest billy goat Gruff. "Please let me pass to eat the green grass." But the troll growled, "No, no, I'm going to eat you instead. I'm very hungry." "Oh, please don't," said the littlest billy goat. "Just wait a while. The second billy goat will make you smile. He's much, much bigger and fatter than I." And the troll thought, "That's worth a try." So the littlest billy goat Gruff skipped over the bridge and into the meadow. Soon the middle-sized billy goat Gruff said, "I'm off across the bridge to eat that sweet grass." And he trotted off with a trip-trap, trip-trap across the wooden planks. The wicked old troll sharpened his claws and gnashed his teeth, and he looks tasty. Up he popped with a deafening roar. Who's that trip-trapping over my bridge? It's only me, said the middle-sized billy goat Gruff. Please let me pass to eat the green grass. But the troll roared, No, no, I'm going to eat you instead. Oh, please don't, said the middle-sized billy goat. Just wait a while. The third billy goat will make you smile. He's much, much bigger and fatter than I. And the troll thought, that's worth a try. So the middle-sized billy goat Gruff skipped over the bridge and into the meadow. Soon the big belly goat Gruff said, I'm off across the bridge to eat that sweet grass. And off he trotted with a trip-trap across the wooden planks. The wicked old troll sharpened his claws and gnashed his teeth, and dinner time at last. Up he popped with a fearful holler. Who's that trip-trapping over my bridge? It's me, said the big belly goat Gruff. I'm going past to eat the green grass. But the troll hollered, No, no, I'm going to eat you instead. I'm going to eat you. And the third billy goat said in a voice like thunder, Oh, no, you're not. Down went the belly goat's head, and up went the wicked troll into the air, and over the bridge he fell. Help! Splash! Into the river, never to be seen again. Then the big belly goat Gruff skipped across the bridge to join his brothers. And the three billy goats munched happily in pastures new, saying, this grass is so good to chew. Munch, munch, munch.
Okay, I hope you guys liked that story. Mrs. T really liked it. I loved how the narrator used reflection in his voice, how he gave all the characters, kind of gave life to all the characters with the different voices that he used. I think he really did a good job. That was really cool. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we are going to fill out the story map. And this is like we did last time, except that we are going to, sorry about that, that's a little too big. Okay. We're going to do the setting the characters, but then we're going to focus on the plot, the beginning, middle, and end, okay? So Miss T is going to put a text box in the setting. And where did the setting take place? We could say the setting took place, of course, it was outside. And it also took place, what is that word called? Who can think of it? It's a word, it's like a field, but it has flowers and grass in it. And they use the word in the story. It starts with an M. What do you guys think? A meadow. Good job. So it took place outside. And it took place in a meadow. Okay, and let's go ahead and fill out the characters. So we know in the characters we had the three billy goats. Let's move this up here a little bit. We had the little billy goat. So we'll just put little goat. And then we had the middle goat. And then we had the big goat. And then who was the other character? We had the three billy goats. And then what did we have? We had the mean, nasty troll. Okay, good job. So those were our characters. So what happened at the beginning of the story? So if we remember at the beginning of the story, the 3 billy goats were in the meadow with brown, dry grass. They wanted to get to the nice green grass. Okay, so in the beginning, we have the 3 billy goats were in the meadow with the brown dry grass, and they wanted to get to the nice green grass. What happened in the middle of the story? What happened in the middle? After the 3 billy goats decided they wanted to get to the side where there was the nice green grass. Who can remember what happened? We could say each billy goat tried to cross the bridge to get to the other side. But the mean troll tried to eat each billy goat. The troll didn't have any luck, did he? All 3 of them got across. So what happened at the end? So each billy goat tried to cross the bridge to get to the other side, but the mean troll tried to eat each billy goat, and the troll didn't have any luck. So at the end, what happened at the end? So at the end, let's see, what happened at the end? So at the end of the story, the big billy goat knocked the mean troll over the side of the bridge into the water. All 3 billy goats got to the other side to eat the green grass. Okay, good job, guys. So let's review. The setting of the story was outside. It was in a meadow. The characters were the 3 billy goats. There was the little billy goat, the middle billy goat, and the big billy goat. And then there was the mean old troll. In the beginning, the 3 billy goats were in the meadow, and remember they had the brown dry grass, and they wanted to get to the nice green grass on the other side of the water. So in the middle, each billy goat tried to cross the bridge to get to the other side, but the mean troll tried to eat each billy goat. But did he have any luck? Nope, the troll didn't have any luck. Each billy goat convinced the troll that to let them cross, to please let them go over to the other side, because then he could eat the other billy goat that was coming. And so the troll was like, okay, I'll agree with that. I'll wait for the other billy goat and eat the next one. Then in the end, what happened? So the little billy goat went over, the middle billy goat went over, and they both convinced the troll to wait and not eat them. Then when the big billy goat got on the bridge, he knocked the mean troll over the side of the bridge into the water. Remember, he used his horns? And then all three billy goats got to the other side to eat the green grass. Okay, good job, guys. Now, what Miss T would like for you to do, if you would like to do this for me, Miss T would like to see if you guys would draw me pictures of the plot. So what Miss T is thinking is that for the kindergarten students, if you guys could take a piece of paper, just, any type of like computer paper, just a plain sheet of white paper, and if you would want to pick either the beginning of the story, where the three billy goats were on the side where the grass was dry and yellow and yucky, or you could pick the middle of the story where the three billy goats you could do a picture where the three billy goats are on the bridge and the troll is trying to eat them under the bridge. Or you could pick the ending where the three billy goats got to the side with the nice green grass. And you could draw a picture of the three billy goats eating the green grass. So if you're kindergarten, if you could get a piece of paper and pick one of those, decide if you want to draw Miss T a picture of the beginning, a picture of the middle, or a picture of the end. And then you can send that to me. And you can always go back here to where we wrote about the beginning, middle, and end, what happened, if you need to remember what kind of picture you want to draw. Now, if you're in first or second grade, Miss T would love if you could get a piece of paper and if you could divide that paper into 3 pieces. So what Miss T is saying is you can get a piece of paper that kind of, just a plain piece of white paper like this, and you could take a pencil or a crayon and you could draw a line right here in the paper, and you could draw a line right here in the paper, and then you'll have 3 pieces to your paper. You'd have a piece here, and a piece here. So draw a line here and a line here, and then you'll have 3 sections where you can color a picture. And what you could do for me is on the top, you could draw the title of the book, and kindergartners can also do that on the top of their paper. Write the title of the book, which is The Three Billy Goats Gruff. And then in your first box, if you're first or second grade, you could draw Miss T a picture of the beginning, where the 3 billy goats were eating, they weren't really eating, they were on the side of the meadow where the grass was all yellow and dry and yucky. Then in the middle of your paper, you could draw Miss T a picture of the 3 billy goats on the bridge. And then draw me a picture of the mean old troll. Then the third section over here of your paper, you could draw Miss T a picture of the 3 billy goats when they get over to the nice meadow where the grass is nice and green and they're eating their green grass. So first and second grade, if you guys could do that and draw me 3 pictures, and at the top of your paper, you can write the title of the book. And if you're in kindergarten, just get 1 piece of paper, write the title of the book at the top of it, and put just pick one, beginning, middle, or end, and draw one of those parts of the plot for me on this piece of paper. And then you can post it on the Google Classroom for Miss T so she can see it. All right, guys. Well, I hope that you enjoyed this lesson. We reviewed more about story elements. We focused a little bit more on the plot, the beginning, middle, and end, and how important it is to understand that there is a sequence for a story, and that if you don't start at the beginning, it really wouldn't make sense. So if you could do the pictures for me, that would be great. and I will see you next week with a new lesson. So make sure that you follow directions, listen to your teacher and your parents, get your schoolwork done. If you need anything, let Miss T know, and I will talk to you guys next week. Bye-bye.